you'd rather fight somebody than talk to them. So.
Absolutely.
Just what did you see in your team? What did you learn about your team? If there's anything left to learn there, toughing that one out at the end.
Just the fight, resiliency. You know, we know who we are, and they went on runs. They're a great team. They're a Final Four team, really, and we are too. You know, we took their runs, weathered the storm, and just played our game. So
having nobody that will shy away from a moment, a big shot. You know, you hit a couple threes, the transition three, obviously. Fletcher going on a 7-0 run by himself. Brayton hitting the big three there at the end. I feel like, you know, a lot of guys shy away from those moments or don't want the ball, and I feel like your team has everybody who wants the ball. How beneficial is that?
It's very beneficial. Nobody doesn't want the ball in crucial times, and having multiple players that can go on a team is huge. Having multiple players that are confident in their teammates is huge. And, you know, say we missed a couple of those shots, we're not going to hang our head or think that the game's over. We're just going to keep going back to it, get another shot, and they went in today. So.
Kind of looked like in transition you were running the spots looking for threes. Did you know something about how they were playing transition defense that you figured there might be opportunities there?
It was more so how we practice and what we run and drill every single day. You know, whenever our point guard gets out and runs, we're supposed to be in our spots. Yeah, we do have spots to run to, but it's more so a read and kind of how things are going. We want to get the rebound, get it to our guard, and run, and good things happen whenever we do that.
Did you realistically think you could hold them to like 71 points, given what they've been doing?
We didn't really talk about holding them to like a certain point. We just talked about our defensive principles and trying to stay on them and not giving them things, but making them do what we wanted them to do. Mm-hmm. For example, we didn't want Shannon going to his left. We didn't want Domas abusing us in the post, and then everybody else, we just had to play solid defense.
How much did you take it personally, how well they offensive rebounded in the first half?
Mm-hmm. Very personally. You know, we out-rebounded them by 15 at home, and then they were out-rebounding us in the first half. I don't know what the end final result of rebounding.
Them by 2 at the end. So.
Okay, and we had 8 turnovers. So, you know, in the past history with us, if we out-rebound them, have 10 or less turnovers, we win, and that was the result today.
No, I know their first 16 points were second chance points. Mm-hmm. It just changed the game when you just started keeping them off the glass.
Absolutely. You know, at one point, that was their only buckets. And we realized that, and our coaches talked about it, and players tried to do what we do, and eventually we got to it.
What does it say about your team that you guys were at the top last year and came back and are still at the top this season after the heartbreak and everything?
It's a whole lot of things, honestly. You know, our coaches' preparation, our coaches' work throughout the summer to figure out different things we need to do. Like in the past, we've only played man. In the past, we've kind of been not stagnant on offense, but we kind of had a couple things that we only went to, and we didn't have anything off of that. And so we're making adjustments on defense. We're making adjustments on offense, and it's working. You know, when we have good players that listen to the coaches, and the coaches are great, good things come from it.
Both of these teams have been scoring in the 80s and 90s, you know, coming into this game. Why wasn't this game a shootout?
We both realized that we were playing in the 80s and 90s, so we both knew that we had to play better defense to try and win the game.
To win in this kind of environment, you know, once you get into March Madness, it's going to be hostile crowds if you go deep into the tournament. Does this benefit you down the road, hopefully?
Absolutely, yes. It just shows that, like, it's easy to talk about we can do this, but when we have done this, we can bring back the example. Remember in Illinois when we were down, yada, 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 and we came back, we did this, this, and this. So if we're in those moments in the games, we can talk about it and be reassured by each other that we can do it again. So.
This may be one of you guys' biggest wins, and it's so late in the season. Seems like you're finishing strong this year. What about your team is allowing you guys to do that? What's the
just trusting each other. You know, we have really good guys. We've all been working all year. Whether we win or lose, the next day we're right back in the gym. Coach always talks about just staying to our principles, you know, staying to our routine, staying confident in each other, staying confident in ourselves, and when it works, it works.